Well, we are continuing the series on the return of the entrepreneur. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about legacy, about what entrepreneurship allows you to do in terms of leaving a legacy. Have you ever thought about the impact you're making on the world around you, the people around you, the relationships around you? What's it going to look like after you're gone? What kind of future are you preparing for your kids and your grandkids? And I really believe in many ways, entrepreneurship has allowed me as a father, a husband, a grandfather, a brother, an aunt, uncle, a niece, and a nephew. I believe it's allowed me to impact my family, the people around me, and make myself available to them, to the church, to God, to serve and do things that I feel like I'm called to do. You see, to me, I love the freedom that our country gives us. But what about you? Do you love not only maybe that freedom, maybe you consider yourself a patriot like I do myself, but do you value and really cherish the freedoms that entrepreneurship has either already endowed you and blessed you with, or what it could give you? You see, for Lori and I, it really hit home. I had, from the time my parents got divorced, and God put many surrogate dads in my life, as you've heard me say before, but from the time my parents got divorced, I really began to think more about what life was going to look like. And entrepreneurship afforded me the opportunity to build a business. You know, if you're a study of scripture at all, it's kind of that tent making example that Paul had. Paul made tents so that he could do what God called him to do, but he met his needs, his physical earthly needs, through making of tents. And I felt like entrepreneurship gave me the best shot at finding a way to create an income that allowed me to do what I felt like I was called to do. And that's what this business has done for me. For Lori, I think she's been the fruit and the recipient of that also, my freedom and her having freedom. But you ask her, and we got in this business, just her in the beginning, before my mom, before me, before David, before any of my other family got involved, Lori got in this business to make $1,000 a month to stay at home. That's our personal impact story, that she was able to be at home as a mom, which was just so much a part of who we wanted to be as parents, who she wanted to be as a mom. And it wouldn't have happened if we had both had a 9-to-5 job that we had before we got in this business that involved a crazy commute in Atlanta traffic. I'll tell you funny, I actually believe Prozac was invented by someone that spent a year or so in their car in Atlanta traffic, and they had to find a solution. It's crazy. But to think, for almost a year out of school, I spent the better part of 2.5 to 3 hours a day just getting to work and driving home. Before cell phones. Crazy, huh? And before podcast. So you had to listen to the radio. You know, and the other thing, I guess, that I really love is not that only I get to have this, but I love Truett Cathy. I love many just straight up franchise opportunities. But this business allows me to be not only the franchisee, to have my own business, to reap the benefits of not having to trade hours for dollars the rest of my life. But I also get to be the franchisor. Very few franchise type situations do you get to be the franchisee and the franchisor. But I get to pass this opportunity along to others. And probably one of the things that excites me the most is sitting down with young couples that have dreams and visions and goals they want to have with their family, but what they're doing right now to make an income is an obstacle. It might pay the bills, but it's an obstacle, time-wise, availability-wise, to what they want to do and feel like what their calling and purpose is, and that's exciting. And you get to teach these principles and values and pour these into the next generation. It's so important that American dream stays alive. It's so important that we get to teach those principles to the young people. You know, over 2/3 of the most recent senior class, high school, was surveyed, and they said they wanted to have have a business, to own their own business, they didn't want a job. That tells you how bad we need to teach this. The other thing that we get to do is we get to strengthen families and communities around us. And I think that this Juice Plus business has given all of us an opportunity to pay it forward, to not trade hours for dollars, and to give a gift to the next generation.